Six Towns Radio. Amazing local presenters.
And the best local DJs.
V Festival 2012 or 2012. I don't know which one it is. I don't know which one should it be.
2012. 2012. 2012.
2012, yeah.
Okay, and I'm with the guys from the Inspiral Carpets. Can we have introductions first? Because it is radio and they can't see you.
I'm Martin Walsh, bass player, sat to the right of you.
I'm dead central, right, in fact, almost in between your legs. I'm Clint's keyboard player.
Stephen, keyboards, your keyboards, vocals, sorry, and getting dressed. That's why I'm not with it, yeah.
Good stuff, good stuff. I haven't finished yet.
Don't leave me out, drummers always get left out, don't they? Yes,
yeah.
Craig Gill, banger of drums and maker of noise.
Yeah, so we're here at V Festival. I've noticed the holy trinity of Madchester bands with Roses, Mondays and yourself.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
And we've got Noel as well, Noel Gallagher.
Yeah.
Not to forget. It's great,
Charlatans as well.
Charlatans, yeah. And even bands like Reverend and the Makers and the Twang, who are directly inspired by Manchester as well. So it's quite it's quite a mank feel, I think, and it's great. We're flattered to be part of it. You know what I mean? We're not too proud to say that. You know, we love doing gigs with the Mondays and the Roses and Noel Gallagher, our old roadie. That's ironic, isn't it?
I know, yeah.
Set our gear with the same gear that he used to set up for us. It's could be playing in half an hour. No, it's nice though. It's great vibes.
You need to introduce yourself now, Graham. Graham,
Graham just joined us.
Hi Graham, hello. I'm a vegetarian, but don't hold that against me.
It just makes perfect theatre of the mind, I think, on radio. So just to say where you are. Whereabouts are you standing in conjunction with myself?
To your left.
Okay.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 bells. Yeah, getting ready for stage very early.
Yeah.
We're having beer with breakfast with that early.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it. It's good. It's all just being part of the vibe, you know, it's good.
Yeah, we were interviewing until about 5 o'clock yesterday, and after that we went and watched a few of the bands, and all we had was vodka and lager, so we came up with Varga or Lodka.
Lodka sounds good.
Lodka sounds Polish, so and Varga sounds Russian, I think.
Did you mix it together?
Yeah.
Sick.
I know, but
Get out!
we were bored. It's all we had. And then I slept in the car. How was yesterday for you guys at Chelmsford?
Quite breathtaking actually, because we were the second band on, so we're on at 12:30, 12:45 in the afternoon. And when we walked out on stage, the Twang had played, they had a great response, but when we walked on stage, there wasn't a lot of people in the field.
Yeah.
And it was like, that worrying moment, you think, I wonder if we've got it. And it was, within minutes, it was just rammed all the way to the back, and it's like, I'm guessing 20,000 or more watching us. So
That's yours.
for an early afternoon set, that's quite amazing. And they all loved it, we loved it, and they seemed to like it. And yeah, just, we know the band's at its peak at the moment. In terms of how good we are, you know, we're playing better than ever, and we're really focused on what we're good at, you know, which is like the upbeat garagey stuff, and that's what we're doing, and it works well at a festival.
Are you over there?
And you're up north today, so it could go even better.
It's not north enough, but it's, you know, it's northern-ish. It's Midlands, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it is. So I'm from Stoke, so we class ourselves as sort of Midlands. It depends. Parts of Stoke. Some people say Midlands, some people say North.
We think we look down on you.
I know, yeah, literally. So the new single, "You're So Good For Me," has dropped. It's been great to be back out there.
Yeah, well, we've done it. Actually, it's quite an old track now. It's about a year since we recorded it.
Yeah.
So it's still what we are calling the recent single. But yeah, since that, we've written or recorded another 4 or 5 tunes, and again, we're confident that it's some of the best stuff we've ever written. We have written new songs, you know, at various points over the years since we got back together in 2003 or whatever. We've had a go at writing stuff, and it's never been mind-blowing enough to finish it. And
so I think it was pivotal really, because it was the first song we'd written that we'd actually recorded, and then we recorded it with Steve, so it was really sort of a watershed, I think. And I think it's made us more excited to do more stuff really.
We've got 2 more new ones that we're going to be recording this week, and again they've got the diversity that the band has always had, because even though we've got you know, one particular sound which is a Farfisa driven, you know, upbeat pop, whatever, there's a lot of diversity within our songs, and that's something I think we're all quite proud of. So the new songs definitely reflect that diversity, but they are still definitive Inspiral tracks as well. So
cool.
I'm excited about the fact that at some point, maybe a year from now, there'll be an album with all these new recordings on it.
Do you find your writing process is totally different now? Because when you first started out in Inspirals, you were working in factories and mills in Lancashire. You know what I mean?
You know what? I think we've probably reverted back to that because I think once you start becoming like a professional, you can't see that on radio, can you? That really annoying thing.
It looks very calm.
Inverted commas.
Stood up with one foot in the flaunting, doing a flamenco.
You've changed. You have changed.
You've changed.
Flamingo.
You know what, I got mixed up with Kenny Peterson playing the whatever show he plays.
No, it's really good. But I forgot what. No, when you become like a professional band and you just start sort of, you're writing songs about maybe stuff that there's nothing much more impacting on your life because you get into that sort of album tour scenario. Whereas I think once you take your you step out of that and then there's more things impacting on your life. I think we can be a bit more rich with the influences really, what makes us write songs. So I think we're almost back to where we started because we are a garage band now, so it fits around our 9 to 5 jobs, you know what I mean? Yeah, come on, show some respect.
Come here, what we're on about.
Can you see that on radio? Look at this!
Oh, go on, I like it.
That's a quiff.
Tom England.
Is that one of those?
Yeah,
that's it.
And another thing about the writing, we're fortunate that we've got more than one writer in the band, so that means that you're going to get that diversity. You know, some of the greatest bands of all time, you have one writer and every song sounds quite like, you know...
an author.
Yeah, but we've got that. And the other thing, because we've got more than one writer, like I used to write a lot of songs recently. I've not been able to, for one reason or another, to sit down and write songs. So Martin's writing more than he's ever written.
Yeah.
It's good that there's not that pressure on one person to come up with those songs. I think about like bands like the Railway Children, a great band from Wigan or something like that in the 80s, and they had their singer wrote all the songs, and all the songs, although it was a great sound and a great song, it was pretty much the same thing over and over again.
I remember that, yeah.
The Railway Children, great sound, but like I said, they never shocked you with something that had a bit of a dub vibe to it, or
is it good to have Steve back in the band because he kept with the old adage originally of not quitting his day job? Still hasn't.
Still doing it.
Come round to his way of thinking.
the thing with this band is we've all got proper jobs outside of the Inspirals now. And that's something we want to maintain that because we know that if this did become an exclusive thing that we did full time and it became our main source of income again, then you get the pressure of, oh no, the single's not doing very well, or we're not selling enough tickets. At the moment we don't have any of that stress whatsoever. So it's the most carefree work environment certainly that this band's ever had, but I think you probably won't find another band that's got this sort of vibe at the moment. And it's like it's the excitement of that garage band we started in 85, 86, whatever it was. It's what we used to do after work. You'd spend you're working through the day and think, oh, I can't wait to get in the rehearsal room and get it all far fees
and all mates together as well.
We said that, didn't we? Like when we were on tour with the Mondays, we was like sat in the dressing room at Brixton Academy for about 3 hours talking to each other,
but loving each other.
Yeah, you know, and I don't think that would have happened, previously.
Down the corridor.
Well, that's a good thing about this V Festival this year. We've said it before that they always put a couple of artists on. Your Madness.
Choose your word carefully.
I was going to say for your dad or whatever. You know what I mean? But yourselves, there's going to be people who liked your music from the time. There's going to be people who respect your music. The kids coming through now who actually like good music.
Yeah, totally. We've got again. We benefited there because of the age that right now, the times that because of the internet, people's experience of listening to music now is a much freer and much more open.
I've seen this way of small for ages.
I'm talking about consumers, the listeners. They listen to diverse music just at the click of a mouse. You can flick from some reggae music to some Ben Howard to some Led Zepp to whatever. And because music's so accessible, it means all these young people are tapping into the Inspirals and checking it out and loving it, buying into it. Because it's very contemporary what we're doing, even though it's, in my mind, there's still a retro, I'm still thinking the Seeds and the Doors when I'm playing, but we still sound like the vaccines, Kasabian.
Sits in nicely, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you didn't know anything about the history of the band and you heard us on the radio, you'd think we were a bunch of young scrolls from Manchester. We're actually all in our
How do you think Manchester's changed then finally? Because again, you're on about how music was brought out then. You know, you go out buying records, go down record shop.
I think there's a lot of positives with the way the culture's changed in terms of how you access music and buy it. Yeah, it's a shame that the record shops are dying and struggling, but you know, we're all doing a little bit, aren't we, to bring that, you know, record store day or whatever else it is. And you know, those of us with kids, we do like showing our kids the vinyl and CDs even, and so there's a bit of re-educating to get us back up to that, you know, record shop on the corner sort of thing. But going back to Manchester, I think the city's just prospering. You know, obviously architecturally it's a lot better than it used to be, but musically there's still so much happening, and none of it's baggy, none of it's bands trying to be the money. It's all cutting edge electronic music and dance music. And
I think with the record store day, I think ideally, I think bands should just release something on vinyl, and that's the only way you can get it.
That's what we do.
Just one
record store day.
Yeah, but they should do more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know, there's only a certain amount of bands who do record store day. There's a lot of people who don't let themselves into
that's
it.
almost gearing our release schedule for next year, really. It's record store day, isn't it?
Yeah,
right,
it's big.
what we're likely to do next year, and this is a bit of an exclusive, but we've been talking to Tim Burgess at the Charlatans. He's got his own label, or Genesis it's called. So we're talking about putting a record out with Tim, just not because it's the best way to put a record out, it's because it's almost like a creative collaboration.
It's a cool link, isn't it?
He's got a really good approach to the way he's putting records out. He's got a very diverse little roster going. He's a lovely bloke, and the idea of the Inspirals working with somebody like Tim in a different context is quite exciting. The idea at the moment, what Tim suggested is today is doing a single, Inspiral single on or Genesis that will come out on Record Store Day 2013.
Just the idea that we'll be able to boss about one of our contemporaries.
She's off.
Give it to the man.
Where's the limo take? Pick us up to the top of the box.
We'll re-dye his hair.
Sort his roots out.
That would be interesting. He's always been in touch with his roots. Oh, it's been really fun doing this. I want to thank you guys anyway, and I look forward to seeing you still going with that.